the glory of the princess and bring light.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another...
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Contaminated?
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation.
This is forest business. Maybe Tighnari will know something. Let's go find him. You've been, Tighnari? That's...
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Tighnari? Am I going to die? Until sooner, Tighnari? I heard...
What happened?
Okay. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest.
Really? Then... can you keep the thing about the toys?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something.
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the... It's different from before. After I got out,
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, Traveler, Paimon.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. I told him that he would feel better after some... His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them.
What do we do? Mr. Forest...
If memory serves, a plant called... A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but they're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia Forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans.
All right.
Contaminated region. Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or result, the only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself...
We feel the same.
All right, let's contact the caravans first. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee!
No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee!
Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few...
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you...
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good... Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up... All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan...
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customer.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief just... We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So, the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts? How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
What the heck? The Avidia forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of...
Enough! Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right, we'll go and have a word.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab?
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we don't normally see the mechanical crab. It only shows up when the caravans...
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's... However, we did It apparently lives in the deepest part. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves...
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with near... It turns out that many others have also... However, the crab only seems to be interested. A caravan carrying a large amount of more... Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs, if I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things, or the mora you made. But it only goes after mechanical components. This does...
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep... Oh, are you planning...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition. It lives in the contaminated region. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all, if it means getting our things back.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and Sumpter Beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the... Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter...
Then let's get to it. Woo!
Okay. We'll start from here, and have this... This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm.
The Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Why'd it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry.
All right, it's moving again. Did you hear? Ah! Is that the mechanic?
It looks strong. Be... Cool it!
Swift and merciful. Ah! From whence you came.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
Time to shine.
Forth, my blade.
Just try to Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to... Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical...
It reacted.
We can't be certain yet. It's
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding. If we charge straight in, we'll get... I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So...
Paimon gets it now. Does this scuttle...
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region, so long as it doesn't attack us.
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return... I'm not sure. But we should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
May I present?
Oh! Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for— Thank you all so very much. Don't worry about the price. They're on the— No, that won't do. Here.
No need.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts?
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasan. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder. The forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs—
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing— That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear that I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize that they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. Alright, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take—
I'm sure we'll be fine. You put too much confidence. Let's return and find that—
We're here. This should be— Huh? Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it— You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another... Glad you're satisfied. If you want more I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidia forest to become like this?
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely it's like... really...
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance.
How do you know that?
Well, I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted... My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formerly known as the sumeru rose, but it is also known as the leyline lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a danger. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Cool it!
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really...
The contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of leyline energy. Some animals have keen awareness. They sense something abnormal in this area and...
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line. This equilibrium is broken when the surround... If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However...
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our... Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated leyline energy. The only one who... That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Dodge this! Swift and merciful!
Environment. No wind. Target parameters. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device I made. It can absorb excess ley...
What a neat thing!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, the purification devices have their limits. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the leyline effluent... That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the leyline energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
One with my blade! Don't get frostbite! Yeah. Ah.
Whew! That's all of them! Hey! Where are you? Let's hurry. and keep up! The mechanical crab went that way! Let's keep up!
Help! Help!
Spirit Blade! Attack! Freeze!
By royal decree! Ah! How brilliant! Let the world collide!
Spare me.
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial.
Don't worry, we took it.
Oh, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack!
How do we explain this? It heard you shouting for help and brought it.
It's faking it. Do you know what's inside? Be careful. No one.
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. When he gets to the village...
It's so up.
All right. That's why I'll give you another... Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. And also...
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding, only towards... Help others to get parts. That's probable. It's getting late. Let's set up camp for the night. Hey! Over here! Come on, you big lummox. Raise your head and look up. Let's set up camp here.
All right,
Oh. Any...
this place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of
You're not wrong. Rainforests are very wet. You should... For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon...
I'm not expecting that much. That's right. You can... Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downs...
Traveler, Tighnari, Paimon couldn't find any food. Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was...
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They can't... My guess is that they mistook you for a bird. Never mind. The tent's up. Oh. You found some already.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants we...
Sorry. Nope. That task wasn't important enough. If every... I'll note little things like this, and give a...
It looks really...
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another... I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts.
We need lookout?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the lake. It's settled then. Have a good night.
Paimon's getting... It's been a while since we...
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some more. Really? You don't need to push yourself. I'm used. Speaking of which, it was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell, my suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any... Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years. Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Sponta mod for it. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical lifeform that could... However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is in their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical... The irony is that the researchers became even more... I am interested in the topic of mechanical life. It's just my ancestors and the Veluca Shuna of the desert coexisted together. And so to me, all life is not an Once you start placing yourself above other life forms. Really? Coffee? Did you prepare this for... All right. You're not planning on using it? All right. Suit yourself. The night watch is yours.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night. Really? You're not... Don't worry.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. A quick question. Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out or...
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't sit... Also, retrieve the pest repelling...
Got it! Paimon will take...
All right. Let... All right. It's about time to head out. As we go, the effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination. As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Oz, reveal thyself!
No rest for the wicked.
By royal decree! I summon thee! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No rest for the wicked. This moment will be frozen.
From whence you came, swift and merciful.
Oz, reveal thyself!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Cool it!
By royal decree! Midnight Phantasmagoria! It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, leyline energies are also... Ready yourselves?
Is there time to sneak in some dim sum first?
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here! They made this place their lair!
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Can't see?
Let's nip that in the bud.
What is this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from this device. It's... Who in the world would do this without considering the
That's terrible! We have to stop it! Let Paimon see.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable. We're staying. We can't leave you.
Then let's look for it together. If there's no
You know where it is? Hey! Wait for us! What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that! Why aren't you saying anything?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken. Likely for... Almost forgot about you.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by the file room will definitely... Keep up.
Wow! It's huge in here!
This place is very secluded. It's a nat...
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number...
Tape recording?
Yes. The Spontamod created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they...
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. Okay.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone. There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those... Oh? You're also quite happy. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that I'll use mechanical organs and electric currents, inspiration from the ruins, and the research that the academe... When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a... It's fine. You will understand.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, and that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the...
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from...
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's...
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui...
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so
Oh!
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people, that isn't important. Let's... The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it.
That's quite the time gap.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swap. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. I'm glad. Aren't the bunch of... Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. Never mind. I should probably...
After Abatui left the academia, I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's...
Let's keep looking around. Following the serial numbers, the next... The writing... There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot.
Maybe Karkata helped.
It's hard to say. These are...
Sorry, Karkata. I was just... In my recent experiments, when you're low on power, or if one of your parts... That is a very dangerous thing. I've officially activated the third-generation ley line conducting research on mechanic... I'm also getting tired, Karkata. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I'm not talking about anything. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities. But you are my finest success. But even you can't understand me. Karkata. Yes. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell... This is new. If I place another 2 control modules... Of course my art decides to act up now. Why, strange. Oh no, I have... Shut it off! Right. In the end, it's just like the Academia said. I'm sorry, Karkata.
I see. So, after Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and...
Paimon understands. Then...
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. To Abatui, for a machine to truly be perhaps only by building such a machine. But if he had slowed down, and Karkata can't speak, and yet it cares.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But first, let's find the control unit for the ley line. More of this transparent flooring. It feels like... Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Enshroud!
flaws, reveal thyself!
Can't see? Excuse me? One with my blade!
May I present?
One with the forest. Hey, what give? I hear everything.
By royal decree.
Can't see? Who do you think you are? Enshroud! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Shadow Raven, let night fall! Ha! I summon thee! The show begins! Time to shine!
Let's nip that in the bud.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor... Without an external force damaging the ley line... Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its...
Karkata is... However, it probably remembered. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts.
Yes. But the important thing is that it formed... Who knows how this thought came to be? But it has even suppressed the instincts. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia.
Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari?
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this. It's truly a miracle that it managed. I'm gonna go confirm that the ley line extract. Let them The leyline extractor has ceased operation. Traces of leyline energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence is moving on. Those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement. According to the Academia's policies, research materials related to mechanical life forms will all be destroyed.
What the heck?
You two should return first. Although we've stopped the source of the effluent. Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident... Oh, and don't...
All right. Then...
Why are you still... I'll take care of this.
Anyway, so the contaminated region...
I see. Once the excess leyline energy dissipates from the air, this is the stipulated reward. Please
Is Karkata going to be... It's already damaged, but... Paimon feels sad. Oh, then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask... Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss... Alright then, we'll find Tighnari tomorrow. How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tighnari. How do you think we should ask him?
Keep your... The Lilac Daphne. A Daphne, extrapolating from these two data sets, it would be particularly...
Karkata?
I thought I told you all to keep your voices low.
You didn't disassemble...
Why would I...
But Paimon thought you said...
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. What I meant was... According to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course. We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it was burned. I'm not with the Academia, so... What do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception.
Wait, you just said life?
The possibility exists is all. It's hard to... Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the... by the way, I'm not interested in... But as things stand now, what do you think? When people at the academia included me in a group photo, they would also send me a copy. I have zero interest in group photos. But I also wouldn't just throw them away. I stored them all in a box. After coming back yesterday, I looked through them and found one with Abatui. I gave it to Karkata and it seemed happy.